If you watch my video of top 5 new retro games for 2017, which you should because it was a pretty good video, one of the games I talked about was Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Now this is coming out on the Super Nintendo from Collectorvision Games. It's been in development for quite a while and it looks like a really cool game, but Sydney Hunter isn't like a one and done sort of thing. Collectorvision Games has been working on different versions of a Sydney Hunter game for a variety of platforms, including modern platforms. Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans is coming out on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and potentially the Nintendo Switch as well. And I was talking to Gamester81 one night, who's involved in the project, and he was like, hey, do you want to check out the beta of the game? And I was like, well yeah, of course I do. So he sent me over a copy of the PC build of the game. Now this game is about 80% complete, and what that means is pretty much the core game is intact. The core gameplay is intact. Pretty much you're just doing polishing, you're fixing up textures, you're doing some graphical stuff, and you're doing some audio stuff. So the build I played is nearly complete, so I got a good feeling for what the game was about. And honestly, I didn't know how it would, turn out. I didn't know how I would enjoy it, but it ended up being a really enjoyable game. So I wanted to make a video on it, sort of do a preview, because if you take Shovel Knight, and you take Castlevania, and you take Indiana Jones with a dash of Montezuma's Revenge, with a dash of Mega Man bosses, that's what you end up with Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans. So I think you guys will really be interested in this game. So I'm gonna roll some footage, I'm gonna tell you guys what the game is about, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So let's get into Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans. Alright, so this is Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans. I am playing the PC version. I'm going to enter my name and get a fresh save file for you guys, and then we're going to get into the game. So basically, without, spoiling too much of the story, there's a little bit of it. You basically get stuck inside this temple and have to figure your way out. Sydney Hunter is a well-traveled gentleman, as you can see. He knows what he's doing in this situation. And first and foremost, you notice the graphics. The colors are really nice. I really like what they did with the aesthetic of the game. I think it looks really good, honestly. It has that, Shovel Knight sort of look to it. And as you're seeing here, the whip is super important. The whip is your main attack, and there's a lot of hidden blocks, and this is a skull crystal. Now, skull crystals are very important in this game. Basically what they do is they allow you to get into levels further on. You get to a section where it's sort of like a hub that you'll see later on, and you have to have a certain amount of skulls in order to advance to the next level. Keys are also important because there are doors that you have to unlock. Now what's cool about this game is that it's not very linear. Like you see there, that door was a different color, so I can't use that key on that door. So you could backtrack once you get that key and go to that area and see what sort of hidden stuff is there. There could be a crystal skull, there could be money, and both are important because both help you progress through the game. So I'm going to use this key right here. Those spikes are one-hit deaths, so I highly advise you do not step on them. Elixirs basically help you revive your life, give you more life. You see the little life bar on the bottom of the screen. It has different colors. Of course, green is the best, red is in danger. Let's hit this little snake in the face and jump up here. There's also disappearing blocks that crumble under your feet, and lots of secret blocks that you can break with your whip. So this is the little area I was talking about, where you cash in your skulls to advance into the level. So this level I need 1 skull, so obviously I have 4, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. That one you need 10, so it does encourage you to sort of go back and replay levels and take different paths and whatnot. You also meet NPCs as you advance throughout the game, and they give you basically a sort of back information to the story, back information to the game itself, the temples you're in, and also hints and tips on what to do. What I really like is the attention to detail, like in the background, like that skull. They studied Mayan culture actually, and that's how they inspired their graphics. They molded them after, real stuff. Now here's where the Mega Man influence comes in with the boss battles. This dude was pretty tough. I couldn't really figure out his pattern, but luckily I had a health potion. He's a frisky little guy, as you can see. So I'm gonna bring up the menu here and just basically show you guys the menu, how it works. I'm gonna use that health potion, and yeah, I won't spoil it. So this is why you collect gems, because there's a shop. So the gem collection is important because it gives you different items, it gives you different, you can get keys so that you don't have to search for levels and stuff like that for other keys and whatnot. And here's another part I really like about the game is that it continually advances. So like they're adding in a new mechanic here with this bomb. So now bombs are important in this area. And here I was very nervous. I did not want to jump in the water because I've played video games and I know in old video games. Oh my god, I didn't die. I didn't die in the water. So yeah, this is Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans. I don't want to show, you know, too much of the game off and spoil everything, but it's impressive, man. You could definitely see the Shovel Knight, Mega Man, Indiana Jones, Montezuma's Revenge, and of course the Castlevania influence in this game, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. I'm going to use a bomb here and enter this little area with the new mechanic, and yeah, so that is the game. So let's go to my final thoughts on it. So there is a sneak peek at Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayans. It's a really fun game. I don't like playing games on my PC, but I found myself playing this game for hours at a time with a little USB Super Nintendo pad because it's really fun. It's really well done, and I think it could reach, you know, a bigger market, sort of tap into that Shovel Knight market, because Shovel Knight sold, you know, so many copies for an indie game. I'm going to put Collectorvision Games' social media stuff in the description box so you guys can stay up to date on the project. This game is scheduled to come out very soon, probably within a month or two of the filming of this, which is in early February. So by March or April, you should be able to get your hands on this game. Let me know what you thought of the footage in the comments section down below if you plan on picking up this version or any other versions of the Sydney Hunter games. As always, be sure to check out other videos on the channel, leave me a like, subscribe if you're new here, and if you really like my face, check out my Patreon page. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.